Hi moms, from all of us here at Amare Global, we want to say welcome and thank you for joining us at the I Am Mom Summit. We are so excited and proud to be co-sponsoring this event to bring you the content, the type of information that might be able to make a difference in your life and the lives of your families. At Amare Global, we are the mental wellness company. We provide natural solutions to the mental wellness challenges of the day, and we certainly encourage you to come and visit us when you get a chance. But for now, it's on to the next great speaker. We hope you enjoy it.
Hi everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you today and for you sharing a little bit of your time. I know it's precious. I'm really thrilled to be a part of the I Am Mom Summit. I believe strongly in the power of women, and I believe strongly in the power that we have as mothers. So this is perfect, and I really appreciate you taking a little bit of your time to allow me to share some of my thoughts with you today. My name is Carolina Allen, and I am the mother of 6 amazing kids. I love them to death, and they range in ages from 15 to 1. And as you know, life is busy. I also homeschool, so that adds another dimension to the busyness and the messes and the craziness. But it's all stuff that I enjoy. I feel very passionate about that. Another thing about me is I'm the founder and president of the maternal feminist organization called Big Ocean. And we are women dedicated to our faith. We're empowered by our faith. We're women deeply rooted in our families. And we are also women who identify and feel empowered by motherhood. So that's a little bit about me, but today I wanted to share with you some thoughts related to the power that you have and how filling your inner vessel will allow you to change the world. And I've come up with a few things that have helped me personally along the way that I would like to share with you. And, you know, as I mentioned before, having a large family, being really involved with their studies and their activities, everyone plays sports, everyone, you know, has things that they want to pursue that I want to support them in. So add that all to the mix and we have a really busy lifestyle. And then you throw in, you know, house cleaning and cooking and all of the logistics of running a household. And, you know, you've got a recipe for some hard times. And I have felt them, and I know what that's like, just to be in the grind, and, you know, days blend into each other. I just had my youngest turned 1, and wow, when you have a tiny one, you're breastfeeding, you're nursing, you know, in the night, you're up with babies, changing diapers and cleaning their messes, and it's just, it can be really, really exhausting. And on top of all of that, this critical work that we do, we are essentially raising human beings, and not just feeding them and clothing them, but we're teaching them how to be good, respectful, kind human beings. On top of all of that, this critical work that we do every single day without breaks, it can be invisible to the rest of the world, right? And in those times when you're in the grind, when you're tired, you're exhausted, you're feeling unappreciated, there is this lure, there's this desire to do something for you. We are constantly serving and helping everyone else, and so sometimes our wells, our vessels get depleted of the source that we're giving to everybody else. And so that's what I really want to talk to you about today, because in this journey that I've had with educating my children, with running a nonprofit, growing it from the very beginning, along with some other amazing, amazing women, I felt that the challenges of all of that have driven me to discover something that I want to share with you. So, having said that, the work we do is essential. It's essential because, you know, at face value, it's essential for the rising generation, right? If we didn't do the work that we do, we wouldn't have the next generation. It's also essential for our homes to thrive and be places of harmony and love. It's essential because as we do that, our neighborhoods are affected, right? And then the ripple of the choices that we make, it's felt the world over. So the choices we make within our home have residual effects in the community as it starts to grow and grow and grow. And you've heard of the adage, a country is only as strong as its families. Well, that's very true, and so is the world. So how is it that we can do this great and essential work that starts in the home and that has such potential to ripple outward when we feel so down sometimes and so burdened and so overwhelmed? That's the question. How do we do this essential work when it can be so challenging? I have felt that in my life. I know I have pondered on this question often. I'm revisiting it often. What I've discovered is that we need to fill our inner vessels from true sources. What does that mean? What is a true source? Well, language that is very common to the women who participate in Big Ocean is the idea of an internal compass, that all of us are born with this capacity to decipher between things, and the way that it happens is it just feels very comfortable and familiar to us. When you come across an idea or a decision and there's a familiarity about it and there's a peace that exists there, our internal compass helps us navigate that. So long as we listen to it and allow it to guide us. Well, in using that capacity of my internal compass, I've discovered that there are true sources that will fill me. And then there are counterfeit choices that are sometimes very, very appealing and tempting, but they don't fill me in the same way. They really are a counterfeit to these true sources of empowerment. And I've noticed that when I can connect to this idea of an infinite source, it could be a belief in God, or any time that you can sit and meditate and ponder and connect with an infinite source, whatever that may be, whatever faith tradition you come from, or whether you are just meditating or pondering or exercising some mental awareness and self-awareness that way. Those are the times where you can connect with an infinite source. And this infinite source replenishes you in a way that nothing else can. And you have to decide for yourself what those true self-care rituals look like to you. For me, I like to start my day off connecting with my infinite source, and I like to end my day connecting with my infinite source. And in the middle of the day, I like to lead my family in doing the same thing. So I'm teaching that to my children so that they can find peace and feel empowered in their journeys and how they are being, called to do good work in the world. So connecting with the infinite source is essential. Once you do that, something happens, and it's an amazing process that happens. The more I am in tune with true sources of power, the more I enjoy giving, and the more I enjoy seeking opportunities to elevate others as well. So our jobs as mothers, it's really interesting because we give and we give and we give, and when we aren't being replenished ourselves, the giving becomes very, very we give with resentment instead of with joy. And we give with a scarcity mentality, meaning if I give too much, I won't have enough for me. And so when we connect with an infinite source, we are a constant wellspring. We're constantly filling up. The more we give, the more we are being filled up. And it doesn't always happen all the time, obviously, but the more that I've personally been practicing at it, the more that I feel that alive within me and the more empowered I am. So let's look at these counterfeits for a little bit. And I'm only speaking from personal experience, and you are on your own journey. So I definitely want you to make these decisions and to decipher things for yourself. But for me personally, I have been really interested in how the idea of self-care is marketed, specifically to women and mothers. There is a lot of, there are many, many industries out there that are clamoring for our time, clamoring for our attention, and clamoring for our money, all in the name of self-care. From, health, wellness, and fitness to fashion and design to, getaways and trips and vacations to you name it. They are marketing to women, even cleaning supplies, even after school activities for our children. I mean, this is all being thrown at us a million miles an hour. And so I have, through my connection to my infinite source, I have gained a little bit more of a sensitivity of where is this going to lead down the road? Is it really going to be filling me up in a way that is sustainable, or am I going to be depleted quickly? And I have felt increasingly, the more that I've practiced this kind of decision making in my life, I've recognized that the more I invest in time with my family and my children, the more replenished I feel, because it's reciprocal. They feel the love that I'm giving to them, and then they give that love back. And the more I love them, the more they love me back. The more our relationships are strengthened, and the more the discipline problems go away, and the more we work together as a team in our home, and it becomes an upward spiral. But in other cases where I have made other choices, I have felt that I've been pulled away from that desire to give quality attention and love and kindness and thoughtfulness to my children and family and husband. And the more anxiety it's caused in our home, and the more frustrations have built up, the more I need time away. And you see how the downward spiral can go. So I've just seen that personally. And I've noticed that in the times where I've wanted to resist and to just escape and to just say, I need me time and it has to be now and I just can't handle another minute here, the more that I've had to say, okay, calm down. Okay, now what's the decision I can make here? What is it that I really need? Oftentimes I've discovered that I need time with my intimate, infinite source. And when I've listened to that, and I have and I've made choices to address that essential need, then I am refilled and rebooted, and I can come back renewed and with a desire to start fresh and to engage in a way that's more sustainable, that will bring me more joy and happiness. So let me give you an example of that. Sometimes we talk, philosophically, and people are like, well, give me an example. Like, what does that look like in the real world? Over our holiday break, everyone in the family got a bug, and it was all at different times, so it just kept cycling through our family. And it was so challenging because I rarely get sick, but I'm often the caretaker of everyone. And so you add that, we had ear infections, we had stomach deals, so it was like laundry piled up, and I just couldn't, and my little baby just loved to be snuggled. So I was just holding her in one arm. She wouldn't even go in the pack because I have her in my little pack often. But she didn't like that, so I was just holding her in one arm and trying to do things with one hand and trying to take care of the kids. And by the end of this holiday break, this Christmas break that I was looking forward to for, so long, I was, hold on just a minute. Hey! Hi, Hannah. I'm talking to some of my friends. And is there a way that you can take baby and just give me a few more minutes? Mm-hmm. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Give her to Oli, okay? Okay. Okay, thank you. So that's just another example. Oh, my baby's so sad. Oh, I have just a few more minutes. Hey, this is real life, right? Oh, I'm so sad. She really wanted me. Well, I just will talk for a few more minutes. But anyway, so this is all real life. You all know what this is all about. My kids were sick. I was the only one taking care of everybody. I was so looking forward to this holiday break, this Christmas break, because I had family in town. I wanted to spend time with them. We were quarantined in our house the whole time, and I was just feeling like, where's this Christmas spirit that I was longing for? I was so looking forward to this and all of these fun things that we were going to do. It didn't work out. So after Christmas, I just had I had maxed out on all of the service that I was rendering, and I was feeling really depleted. So I had a decision. I was like, well, I've got, I want to go and do something for me. I was thinking, I had all of these things in my mind. My husband was like, you've been doing a lot. Why don't you go do something? And so there were all of these, like I said, this bombardment of self-care, boom, a ton of million things I could do. Get my nails done, go out to eat with friends, go to a movie, go do all of these different things. And then I thought to myself, okay, what is that going to do? If I go do and enjoy 2 hours here, is it really going to fill me up the way that I know I need to be filled? And then I thought, no, there's something better. So I pondered and I connected and I prayed to my infinite source, and I came up with a plan that was better suited, which was, you know what, I'm going to go hiking in the mountains, I'm going to take my dog, and I'm going to paint and feel connected to myself again. And I did that for a couple of hours, and I came back and I felt like myself. I felt filled with a desire to share some of the inspiration that I received up there. And it just changed my desire to look inward at what am I needing? I need more, I need more, I need more. It changed to looking outward. Okay, I'm ready to engage again and to build our relationships together. And so that's just a very practical example. And this is something that I go through all the time. Is this really going to fill me up, or is this going to eventually deplete me at a quicker and quicker rate? So this is something that I just wanted to share with you. It's a little bit of insight, and it's been a lifesaver because of the work that I feel really inclined to engage in, that is so it's a way in which I can express all of this internal power that I have, all of these amazing things that I know I'm doing as a mother, that I'm changing the world, and I get to share it with the rest of the world. And so this is something I'm so passionate about, and it's something that gives me so much joy, but it's also a lot of work. And so I've had to negotiate how that happens. And this has been a lifesaver for me, is, again, recap, connecting with my infinite source every day to replenish me, to fill me up so that I can go out into the world and change it and make it better. I commend you all You awesome mothers out there, believe in yourself. You're beautiful. You're incredible. You're doing a mighty work. And in those days that you want to give up, don't give up. I am your friend, and I know what that's like. And we can think of each other and say, we can do this together. Your families are worth it. Your children are looking to you to model how to feel internally empowered. And we can do this together. And I am so grateful for this opportunity. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. And I hope that you can feel of my love for you and my appreciation for you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.